I just love being a medical oncologist. I love being in medicine, being a doctor, seeing patients. It drives me. I see about 80 to 100 patients per week. I have a team, but there's a bigger picture, and that is we ain't done until we cure cancer. As a chemist, before I was a medical doctor, I just love working out how drugs work. I love selecting drugs for clinical trials. About 50% of my patients at any one time are on clinical trials. And that's because here at Melanoma Institute Australia, we really believe in pushing the boundaries. And I personally think it's part of my job to work towards curing cancer, not just treating it, but trying to find out the next set of treatments that will cure melanoma. When I started out in medical oncology, cancer in general, there weren't many cures when it became advanced in solid tumours. That's the area I work. So we've had such success. And in my career, treating melanoma and complex skin cancer, my waiting room, when it was full of advanced stage melanoma, I probably wouldn't see the same face after 6 to 12 months, meaning 75% of my patients died within 12 months. That's changed massively. In fact, less than 5% would get to 5 years of the advanced melanoma. Now, more than 50% of my patients are getting to 5 years with advanced melanoma. We do have a patient die about once a week, and across Australia, someone dies of melanoma now every 6 hours. It used to be every 5 hours, and we're going to inch that down to no hours. Emotionally, it's tough dealing with the mortality of others, and people are desperate and sad and panicked, but we also have to face our own mortality to be able to manage other people's mortality. And that was a hard journey for myself as well, to understand that we're all going to not be here on this planet at one stage. And how do you manage that existential crisis? How do you manage the undigestible, the unprocessable, the foreverness of being gone? And so once you manage your own mortality, you're in a much better position to manage others, give them hope. So I do think we'll get there to 0 deaths from melanoma, but that journey is a long one. It's a fulfilling one. It's a hard one. It's not always successful, but that's what hope does. It drives success in the hope that you will find something that will work for this patient.
We can love this sunburnt country without the sunburn. Our mission is 0 deaths from melanoma.
It was a huge honour to be Australian of the Year and share that with my colleague and friend Richard Scolyer. We had been leaders of the Melanoma Institute Australia for 7 years together, and we worked in the lab together with different angles. It was not an easy year. Richard was unwell at times. We didn't know that we'd been nominated. That was landed upon what was a pretty difficult year medically. We've set our goal of 0 deaths, when I say we at Melanoma Institute, to achieve that by 2030. And I think we'll get close to it. It is the prevention message. You can prevent skin melanoma by being sun safe. In the majority of cases, not all, but in the vast majority, well over 90%, can be prevented. I do think we learn a lot from melanoma. Sometimes we're dismissed as the lucky cancer because we can cure so many now. But we have to remember that when I started out in melanoma, it was the orphan cancer. It was the cancer you did not want to get in the advanced form where it spread around the body. It was incurable. That's where I came from. So I saw what happened. I was part of that drug development. And so I do believe that the work we do in melanoma to optimize the cure rate with our current drugs and our focus in that third space, the patients who do not respond to our standard 1 or 2 drug immunotherapies, can impact other cancers. I think we can cure the incurable. And that hope that I have every day of my working life is what drives me.